This is the iPhone Air, and honestly, it's the iPhone you should only buy if you're rich and stupid. Let me explain. What is happening, guys? Gary Yaman here, back at it again with a new video. Hope you're doing well, hope you're safe and happy. Today we're diving deep into Apple's new iPhone Air, what it gets right, where it cuts corners, and whether it's actually worth your money. Now let's be real with you, it doesn't come with much in the box, and my first initial impression was honestly underwhelming. And to be honest with you guys, it even reminded me of like older phones, older iPhones, older Android phones. Because let's be honest, it's not like we never seen a thin phone before. Anyways, as always, this video is divided into chapters, so let's start with the big one, and that is the battery life of the iPhone Air. Apple claims the iPhone Air lasts a full day, and depending on how you use your phone, they're actually not lying. If you're a light user, snapping the occasional photo, scrolling socials, calling friends, or using like maps now and then, and yes, you'll make it through the day. Just look at my own screen time here. I went to bed, woke up, went to work, and still had over 20% left at the end of the day. But if you are a heavy user, you're gaming, doom scrolling TikTok, shooting 4K video, then you have to expect like 5 to 6 hours at its best. And for power users, this phone will need a power bank or constant charging, and that's for sure. And let's not kid ourselves, in 3 years or so, or even less, the battery health will tank. You'll probably be topping up multiple times a day. And for me, it's not a huge issue since I can charge in my car or on my motorcycle. And honestly, for a phone this thin, the battery performance is actually quite impressive. But still, if you push it even slightly beyond casual use, you'll feel that drain. Charging isn't that fast either. You'll get about 50% in 30 minutes, which is fine, but mild considering the premium price that you pay for it. And the fact that Apple sells its own MagSafe battery pack, to me that is a huge red flag. It's basically Apple saying, yeah, we know the battery is crap. Now about the speakers or speaker. It's a weird one because you only get one speaker and the sound is okay. It's not terrible, but also not great. But the placement is the problem. If you're like me and naturally hold the phone at the bottom while talking, you found yourself literally listening to nothing, to air, because the sound comes now from the top. And you have to adjust your grip every time, which gets annoying. It's a small thing actually, but it breaks the natural flow of using the phone. Well, the way I tend to use the phone. Now let's talk about cameras, because that's where things get tricky. Let's talk about the main rear camera, which is pretty solid. It's sharp, vibrant, and the photos are beautiful. 4K video at 60 frames per second. It looks good. It's reliable, it's stable, and exactly what you expect from an iPhone. And the selfie camera is also excellent. With the same upgrades as the rest of this year's lineup, it also has center stage, which works totally fine and really smoothly for video calls, and even the stabilization even held up during my workouts, as you see here. But here's the catch. There's only one rear camera. You don't get the 0.5x ultra wide. You don't get the telephoto zoom. And if you want to capture the whole scene, forget it. For me, this was a huge limitation. If you're just scanning QR codes or snapping a quick pic, you won't care. But if you are into creative shots, you'll definitely miss the flexibility immediately. And here's also a little strange part. This phone has the new A19 Pro chip, but with one less core. And despite having the Pro chip, you don't get any Pro features like shooting raw photos or recording log video. And that feels kind of misleading. Apple charges a premium but doesn't give you the Pro tools. Now on to the design and overall comfort. This is where the iPhone Air shines. It feels fantastic in the hand. It's slim, light and elegant, yet still solid. The display is bright, sharp and colorful. Honestly, some might even call this phone a luxury item, like wearing an expensive watch. But there is a downside. It already gets warm near the camera bump, and I'm pretty sure this thing will overheat on hot summer days. Still, because it's so lightweight, you barely notice it in your pocket, bag, or jacket. And that's a real strength here, the comfort of carrying it. During workouts, I honestly forget I even have a phone with me. Compared to my iPhone 14 Pro Max, this feels like carrying nothing at all, like carrying air. Almost like the old iPhone mini, and that's a big win for Apple. Now, a thin and light phone usually screams fragile, right? But here's a surprise. The iPhone Air is actually pretty tough. Apple used titanium and the new ceramic shield, and it feels more robust than you expect. Honestly, I feel comfortable carrying this phone without a case. And of course, glass is glass and glass will break. Drop it hard on concrete and yes, it will shatter. But just living in your pocket, jacket or purse, it holds up really well. No crazy scratches. And I'm sure you've seen Jerry Rig Everything's test the phone literally snapped in half, but still worked somehow. And that blew me away. So yeah, this thin design isn't just for looks, it's actually one of the phone's hidden strengths. At the end of the day, reviewing this phone feels like trying to explain love. It doesn't make any sense, because you pay more, but you get less. You get one camera, one speaker, a battery that will need a power bank in a year or so, for sure. And you get fewer premium features than the base iPhone 17. And also here in the Netherlands, the 256 gigs model costs around 1200 euros. Rationally, that's insane. This phone should be cheaper than the entry-level iPhone. And that's why I said at the start, it's really for the rich and stupid, or maybe even the rich and the dumb. But here's the twist. If you stop thinking logically, the iPhone Air actually feels incredible. It's light, it's thin, elegant, and it's just nice to use. And that feeling is what hooks people, even when it makes no sense. So maybe love really is blind. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, stay safe, stay happy, and good luck.